Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reaction. This is Monsters by the channel Incognito Mode, International Incognito Mode. Yeah. So I wanted to do this reaction for a long time, but it was 32 minutes and like, okay, when I have the time, but I never have the time. So I decided, fuck it. I do this normally. I do it in parts, so I'll do this in parts. A 2-part video, why not? So let's do it. I love this in the field type of videos, right? Internet student and one of his friends, basically. I thought they were in the same studio, but somebody pointed out that they are in some kind of a video call, not in the same studio. It doesn't matter. It's always fun to watch these videos where they just give their takes on things, right? I would say I've done the mythological one and ads, food, and all the latest ones. So yeah, monster, why not? So let's watch it.
Monsters. Monsters. Ooh, monsters. What is a monster? Are monsters real? Is this a monster? How about this monster? Is man the real monster? Ooh, that's deep. Thank you. But more importantly, what was that noise? And why is it so dark in here? Hello? And who's in the closet? And what's under this bed? And whose room is this? And I don't know what happened to your son. It was a monster. I'd like to go home now, please. All this and more on this episode of In Da Quarantine. I don't think I can get behind orangutans. I'm not too bothered if they go extinct.
Oh, what?
It's the flaps that bother me.
Oh, the flaps are part of their appeal.
Oh, they're just awful.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
IRL, they are amazing. They communicate really incredibly with humans. They're so cool. I love them.
Like, look at this. Shave that bit off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now that I'm focusing on the oranga flaps, I will admit that they are quite unseemly. They're unpleasant.
If I was in the orangutan world, right?
Wait a minute, isn't the flaps supposed to be some kind of intimidation factor they use to survive or something? I don't know.
I would be constantly just walking past and just slapping him behind the back of the face flap. It's kind of, hey Greg, what's up, Stacy?
Nerd.
Whack. Just like a little flick as you're walking by.
Oh, okay.
And I bet it makes like a real meaty sound, like when you slap two palms together.
I'm imagining this in a primate high school where the chimps and the gorillas are all hanging out with the orangutans and the orangutans are just getting bullied for their flaps. It's like, sup flaps, how's it going?
No, wait, it's the other way around. It's like, oh, well, you don't have your flaps yet. We've had our flaps for 6 months now. There's, some runt of the litter and he looks in the mirror and he goes, what if I never get any flaps? What if they never grow through? And then the orangutan mum sort of comes into the room, puts her arm around his shoulder. It's okay, honey. We all grow at different rates and you'll get your flaps one day.
Your dad didn't get his face flaps until he was at least... His dad walks past the bedroom with just these enormous face flaps.
In Slavic myths, Baba Yaga is a wild woman or dark lady of magic in Russian folklore.
John Wick?
There are many stories about her. Like most witches, Baba Yaga can fly.
Wait a minute, in John Wick's nickname is Baba Yaga, right? So it's from this mythology, is that it? Damn, I thought it was just one name that the Russians or somebody just gave him.
But she does not use a broomstick. Instead, she sits in a giant mortar, a bowl, for grinding food.
What?
With her knees almost touching her chin. This is a terrible form of transport. Right. She drives very fast across or above the forest floor and uses the pestle as a rudder.
I love it.
It's one of those things when someone said, yeah, well, have you heard about our folklore?
Yeah, it seems way too much detail about the rudder and shit. Okay, you thought it through, I guess.
All the representatives of monster folklore have met for a summit. The Slavic guy has just forgotten his notes.
Well, we've got this witch, right? And she can fly. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, well, ours is a witch too. Okay, well, it flies on a broomstick. Oh, broomstick, okay. What do you got? And then you go, oh, mine's different. It's got, and then you just start scanning the kitchen. And you're like, look, hold on a minute. Pot, a wheel of cheese, mortar and pestle. That's stupid. You can't stand on a mortar and pestle. It's way too small. Big one. Oh, well.
Just looking around the kitchen. I love it. That's so funny.
It's from the Feast of Maximum Occupancy.
Oh my god, that was so good, right? Because you know what? Some of the mythologies could be like that. Oh, look at that. Others people have other cultures have also witch in it. So ours has to be unique. Ah, fuck it. She sits on a mortal, whatever he said that thing there. He sits, she sits on there and she flies like that. She doesn't sit on broom. I think they came up with things like that, just like that, the way he said it. Holy shit. That is the funny thing. He was using funny segment, right? But it could be pretty realistic.
What is the most monster-like of the real animals, though?
I suppose the giant squid.
The giant squid is the thing of haunting dreams.
Ooh.
Like, I can't watch those deep ocean documentaries. They are terrifying.
I tell you what's really annoying
No, seriously, that is fucking true, right? Because whenever somebody films these giant squids and things, right? The first film of giant squid was some boat, right? Some researchers were on the boat and there was a camera under the boat, right? Watching there, they didn't know their laptop was running, I guess. And then this, apparently a giant squid was there and they caught the first footage of it. And giant squid just basically bolts away from the camera. It looks really freaky because how, less of the light there was. Because whenever somebody takes a photos of the giant squid and things, it's not on the surface, right? It's really deep inside. So light is really dim. So you see the environment being really dim, and it's just freaky to see that.
about that, right? I've been in the deep ocean before, and been fishing in the deep ocean, even jumped out of the boat, gone swimming in the deep ocean, gone snorkeling. I never had any fear of the deep ocean. It never occurred to me that I should be afraid of it. And then someone started pointing out how afraid they were of the deep ocean. And gradually over the last few years, I've been cultivating this fear of the deep ocean. And it's born out of nothing. It's just because someone else is afraid of something, all of a sudden I've started to become afraid of it as well.
I think you've just gained their rationality. I think there's every reason to be scared of the deep ocean. It is objectively terrifying.
It's not that, right? Whenever we do certain things, we don't take all the possibilities that there could be. We don't think about that, right? But when when somebody points something out about something, it might be absurd, but it might have some sense to it. Like, okay, deep sea creatures are terrifying, they're giant. I mean, they're not going to come to the top of the surface and hurt you, but they are there, right? They could come up in a sense because it's all water, right? Why can't they come up? So when you really think about that, it really starts to haunt you. Like, okay, every time I swam inside the water, did the scuba diving and everything, I never thought about deep ocean. But yeah, certain distance away, there are deep sea creatures there that it theoretically could come up and basically hurt someone. So there's this fear starts to rise up that probably irrational, right? Because it's not practical, that would never happen. But still, it's kind of possibility, and you never thought of that before until somebody pointed out. The things like that happen constantly with you, right? Because somebody just comes to you, some kind of a machine to show you how many germs are on your hand, you'll start to wash your hands pretty often, right? Even if you realize that doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands, no germs will completely go away. There will be few germs still on your hand. You'll still wash your hands, knowing that this might be rational.
It is where all the Lovecraftian creatures live. You've just come round to sense, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm pausing too much, but still, about that deep sea creatures. I've said it in one of the past videos where I reacted to deep sea creatures that, when you think about there are creatures in the really deep oceans where there is no light, this feels like, start of some kind of a horror thriller novel or monster movie. Like, come on, in real world, it couldn't be like that. But no, they do look like monsters. Like, nature makes monsters, right? It's not just our imagination. Nature does make monsters. If you go really deep, the creatures looks really terrifying. Those fish and everything. Their eyes glow and everything. They're gigantic. Holy shit.
Ganger monster. Why is there a picture of Leo? What? What is that?
It's Fat Leo Doppelganger.
His doppelganger from Russia, of course. He was made in a Russian lab to battle the American movie stars and try and rival them, but he got squished up against the test tube, and this happened.
Can you get Leo on the phone? No, he's busy.
Get me his Russian non-union equivalent. Yeah,
that's it. These are just both Chris Pratt That's
All
ridiculous.
right, I'm wondering if the guy realizes that people are comparing him to Leonardo DiCaprio. Does the guy think, okay, maybe I should go to gym, slim up, look like Leonardo DiCaprio, and try my luck in Hollywood or something? Because that's the biggest thing, right? Do you look the part? That's one of the biggest issues. Like, do you look like some celebrity or something that could make it on Hollywood? But if you look like Leonardo DiCaprio and could get in shape and just look like him, right? There's a chance that you would make it in Hollywood at certain extent, right? So I always wonder that, like, do doppelgangers like that think that maybe I should get in shape and try my luck in Hollywood somewhat? Maybe attend acting school here and there, I guess. Because let's be honest, right? Acting school, acting abilities rarely matters, right? If people are casted by their acting ability, most celebrities that there are right now would not be there.
Ridiculous.
I'm fairly certain, yes.
That's just both Chris Pratt.
Oh, no, wait. The headline is Chris Pratt warns of pervy dude doppelganger. That's the exact excuse I'd use as well.
I would say Mothra is a pretty shitty...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Who cares? It's Big Moth, innit? I mean, not good if you left a lamp on in the house and the door open at night, but otherwise, fine.
May I come in?
So easily defeated, that monster. Shoot some BBs through its wings, and it's
I was
done.
about to say
Is
that.
light a candle. Go straight into it.
I really don't like King Kong.
No,
I just
Yeah, I want to say that, like, in America, USA basically, people would not be scared of most monsters because they have shotguns, right? Rifles in their house. I mean, lots of people. You're free to buy it, right? Second Amendment basically says you don't even have to get some kind of a license probably. You can just go to a gun shop and they would give you that. In Texas or where is that? If you, pass a citizenship test or something, I don't know what that was. They would give you a free gun or something. Like, here you go. Here's your citizen, certificate, and here's a gun or something, 32 caliber or something. So in USA, guns are pretty damn frequent. So I don't understand why would people be scared of monsters. Oh, there's this big moth. Oh yeah, here's my 12 gauge shotgun. We'll see how moth survives that.
just think it shows a lack of imagination.
I don't think the societal, sociological commentary about it is very clever either.
No. Don't be bad to nature, otherwise it'll crush you with its big monkey paw.
What, so it's like a shitty Moby Dick?
Yeah, it's like a Moby Dick for idiots. Moby Dick for people who can't read.
I don't know, man. I think you can get revenge on nature. Like, doesn't it make perfect sense? I mean, I could imagine it not an Ahab's day, where you gotta go fight the whale and it's all difficult and you lose your life and hell's heart stab at thee and all that bullshit, but...
Ooh, literary historian.
I read bits of it once. I think I heard some Simpsons references on. If we wanted to take revenge on all the whales, hunt them all down...
Yeah, about that, giant gorilla thing, right? In recent years, we've seen Godzilla versus this and that. The movies that would have worked, I guess, decades ago, right? In the 50s, 40s, 30s, whatever. Right? Because long before when the, cinema was a new thing and there was like, color movies was a new thing. There was this kind of movies, like there's a big gorilla and then there's a big dinosaur type looking creature and they fight and the kids would basically run to the theater, watch like, ooh, that's good. But, you would think that something like that wouldn't work in today's culture. You have to make it more complex than that, right? More appealing story, a more appealing monster rather than just one big monster versus another big monster and they fight. That feels really old style that would not work in today's culture. But yet, past few years, there has been this kind of movies, right? Godzilla versus this, and there were many movies like that. There is a big monster and there's a big monster. Let's just make a movie about them and people will watch it. And they did. It was a blockbuster. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I felt like this is really old style thing when there was no age of internet. There was no, let's just say age of enlightenment in this sense, right? In movie and the storytelling area. Because in today, it's not easy to please people story-wise. And, I guess content-wise, like which type of content you put out. You can't just make something so simple like big monster versus this monster and that's a movie. But it worked. And I was surprised by that. Like, what the fuck?
Down and kill them. We could probably do it.
Like me and you. We take all that sweet YouTube cash, get ourselves a ship, and we're just like at the port. And he's going, Sir, why are you going on the seven seas? We're on a quest to kill all the whales. What, is it like you're getting like blubber or ambergris or what have you? No, it's whale genocide.
Clicks.
Yeah, we're vlogging it. I'm going to vlog my unending quest to murder all the whales.
I mean, whales are pretty close to monsters. At least the blue whales.
If whales didn't
Yeah, Japanese kills dolphin. Is that it? There was a thing, right? Even South Park made a joke of that. Dolphins or was that whales? Or both of them? Japanese kill them or something. I don't know what reason was that.
exist, they would be monsters. If you described a whale in a world where they didn't exist, that's a straight monster right there.
I mean, that's very monster-like. It's enormous. That to there is probably like a bus.
It's so big.
You know what? It's too big.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that ever existed. So yeah, if people didn't know that, you just describe them, they would think that's a monster. And one day they go out in sea and suddenly see that, they would freak out. I bet first time somebody spotted a blue whale long before, right? I mean, if people start to research the sea creatures, right, and then they found blue whale, probably they won't be so surprised because they're actually studying the sea. But this is age before all this studying of the sea creatures was a thing, right? It was just, I guess, fishermen and pirates were walking around. There was this mythological thing that were happening. People were telling stories. If around that time people found the first time blue whale, they would be freaked out, like, holy shit, this is way too big, it's a monster.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
That's why they gotta die.
Yeah, I bet it's really easy, like just a couple of
Look at that shit. That's just it's stupid, man. You see elephant. Most of people don't see blue whales in real life, right? But they do see elephant. Right? I can imagine elephant here, and then I can imagine blue whale. Holy shit, that's big. 100 feet.
Easy, like just a couple of cyanide pellets. Like, oh, here's some krill, little fellow. Doop, doop, doop. And then just keep swimming.
We just go around the ocean with like a giant wine corks.
Yeah, wine cork, maybe. I think they'll blow that one out, but if you put like a grenade.
It's just us on like the bow of a ship whipping grenades at 3 pointers into the blowholes of whales.
I reckon, there's all these endangered species, save the whales, save the dolphins, blah, 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 blah.
Fuck those guys.
True. You could save the whales and save the dolphins. Or, if we just killed them all.
We wouldn't have to save them.
Like, if it's just done,
yeah,
probably saves you a bunch of cost. Don't have to hear about, we're damaging the environment, it'll hurt the whale. You can have as much sonar as you like.
We're doing the charity sector a favor by eliminating their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Jeremy Clarkson solution if I ever heard one.
Think of how many resources we could put into other animals or, like, people if we just...
Yeah. Kill all the whales.
Here comes some NordVPN.
I love this song. Excuse me? I love this song. It's region locked in my country, but I use NordVPN. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, Shadow Man. The girls just don't want my VPN. Listen, buddy. You gotta go out there and be assertive. Women love a VPN with confidence. Assertiveness. Confidence. Okay.
So Pyrocynical just stole my whole ad and made a low-energy version of it.
Hey there. My name's NordVPN Man. I'm a Gemini. I love to and I can offer you 70% off a 3-year plan. It's not working, Shadowbound. Well, have you tried coming across as needy? If girls love a VPN they can take care of. Try again. Hi. I can't get the full Netflix catalog in this country, and I lost my mum's credit card. Can you buy me a subscription to NordVPN at nordvpn.com/incognito? You okay in there, buddy? It's fine, I just had some glitter in my eye. It never works out for me, Shadow Man. I'm destined to be alone forever. Hey,
Look, is that red?
I know what'll cheer you up. Yeah? Yeah!
Ugh, what a simp. I know, right? Who is she?
Oh my god.
I love that dress.
Lucky guy. Damn, she's smoking.
I kinda want a VPN now.
Out of the way, thoughts. I got me a real woman. Too late now, you had your chance. You gonna cry about it? Huh? Here's your drink back. Guess you should have gotten NordVPN. Nord. Mermaids were always...
I've reacted to quite a few channels by now. Not a single channel beats Internet ad, right? Nothing touches that. He becomes more creative in his ads than his videos. I've noticed that. Because it's really detailed and complex.
supposed to be sort of dangerous, weren't they? And then they've become kind of sexy.
Yeah, but their sexiness is part of their danger. Isn't their whole thing that they like sing and make sailors crash into rocks?
I think the real question is, would you?
Would I? No. Probably.
No.
I would be so preoccupied with the existence of a monster. How does this happen? Under what circumstances? Are we like dating?
Look, I found this girl. You're gonna love her.
Okay.
I think, about mermaid, the story goes that, obviously they are at night, right? Probably moonlight. It's a sea, you don't see much, and then you see a woman singing or something. You don't know that that's a mermaid or not, right? Because you can't see the bottom. It's really dark. You only see somebody singing. So obviously you would go like, oh, that's a woman. You would crash it like that. It's not like you saw a mermaid and you still went after that. I don't think that's how it originally started. It's usually like top half is of women. So say, all the sailors would get attracted to that. Like, oh, who's that woman? Who's singing? And basically get crashed. And then they realize, oh, look at that. They are mermaids, sirens, whatever they are.
Right?
All right, yeah.
All right.
I'm open-minded, you know me.
Come and meet her. She's hanging out by the pool.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, I'm big into swimming and stuff,
yeah.
so that's cool.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, here she is. Her name's Ariel.
Cool name.
This is Ordinary Things.
Hi, Ariel. Nice to meet you. We just get to talking. She's just hands on the rim of the pool. I'm unaware.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
At this stage, the connection is made, so that's all a go.
So you guys are chatting, it's all going very well. And she says, you want to grab a cup of coffee sometime? You said, yes. Wow, that's really great. And then she props her hands up on the side of the pool and she lifts out her big tail. What do you say?
Yeah, the tail, I hate to appear shallow, but, I can get past the tail. I mean, I shouldn't be so prejudiced, perhaps. Maybe I should open my life up to the potential of dating a nautical creature.
So, there she is, standing on the bridge. Can't wait to see her. You guys have just matched on Tinder, right? She looks great from that distance, from the bridge, and you walk up to the bridge, and she turns to you and she goes, oh, Ordinary Things, it's so great to meet you.
Terrific.
It's such a pleasure to meet you. Oh my god, we've got so much in common. What do you say, second date?
Sure. I'm going to take my shallow hat off and just be like, this could be useful. There are practical advantages to going out with a girl who has cat butt.
Yeah.
She can reach stuff. Jump up and grab stuff. She probably has excellent hygiene.
Yeah.
Cat's very clean.
I think she's slightly offended
I think Catholic Church would have an issue with that, but okay.
by that.
Beggars can't be choosers, though. I feel like this girl's probably, just a bit unlucky in love.
I cannot believe you are saying this. This is a fine young lady. And she doesn't lick herself, right? She just cleans herself in the shower like a normal person.
Oh, have you ever smelled a wet cat? That's no good. What say you, cat or mermaid? What's better?
I think the fish would smell. And also, you're stuck beside the water. Cat is more practical for getting around.
I mean, Catwoman is a character. I feel like cat ladies are often sexualized in media, which is strange now I think about it.
Yes. So you would be willing to live with cat?
No.
No!
I'm going to be honest with you now and just say that, I think all animal-human hybrids, I'm going to say it, I don't care if it's politically incorrect. Animal-human hybrids, not for me.
This is outrageous.
Obviously.
People are going to be offended by this.
That's right. Cancelled.
Ordinary Things, I know we've been going out for 2 weeks. I'm starting to develop feelings for you, and I have to tell you something.
What is it?
I just have to come out and show you. It's about my hooves.
What behooves you? No, I'm not going to use a pun. What do you mean?
Well, look at these.
Suckers. Look at these babies.
Look at the editing, right? He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck it, it's grass, but who gives a fuck?
Wow, that's a lot to take in. That's almost acceptable. If she kept some shoes on,
I could live with that.
I could live with that. Yeah.
I think that's all right. These look like they fitted to a high heel.
That's true. I think it would all come to a head when you're at a social gathering with her. You're at the beach or something and everyone's taking their shoes off and you'd just be like, could you could you leave your plimsolls on your Doc Martens? But we're at the beach. Yeah, but... And that's where the relationship really falls apart. It's just like, I just don't want people to know that you've got deer hooves. Sorry.
She's a great climber, though. Great climber.
Yeah, so at the climbing gym, she's looking good.
What about if it's like this?
That's freaky. I'm scared of that, to be honest.
You don't like that?
You're going to get hoofed into next week with those babies.
You know, she's saying, oh, you know, let's go on a second date. But she goes, wait, ordinary things. There's just one thing you've got to know.
What's that?
This.
What the fuck?
Okay.
That is a big tail. I think I could get past the tail.
Nice. All right.
Because you know what? It's an addition rather than
A substitution.
squirrel girl, I will call her.
She hates that. She hates it when you call her that.
You would always have an ample supply of nuts. And that is, for me, a big bonus. You'd be like in the park and you'd just be like, oh, I could really go for some pecans right now. And she'd be like, no, don't worry about it. I've got us sorted. She'd just burrow.
What you want? Hazelnut, walnut, pecan, pistachio. I got everything. Shell on, shell off.
Damn, that's just freaky, right? All the people, I always sort of think that they are not serious. They are just, joking around. But all the people who have a thing for this kind of human-animal hybrids, right? Centaurs and things like that, mermaids. People have a thing for that. I'm just like, what the fuck? No, man, it's just creepy. It's just point-blank creepy thinking like that. People play certain games for things like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? There are certain characters on game who are this kind of animal-human hybrids, and they are really famous to people because they really like that. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you? It's a game. Play it as a game. What's wrong with you? So no, that's just creepy as fuck. Holy shit. But yeah, damn, the mermaid thing only makes sense because, like I said, bottom half you can see it's in the ocean, top half is like women, so sailors would be mistaken and then they would crash. That's how it started, I think. So yeah.
I mean, Pokemons are monsters. They're pocket monsters, aren't they?
Well, they must be. It's in the name.
Pokemon monsters. Oh wait, that's Digimon. Okay, I'm gonna
Wait a minute, what?
It's in the name.
Okay, Pokemon means pocket monsters. Pocket. Oh yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Pokemon monsters. Oh wait, that's Digimon. Okay, I'm gonna read you some names of some new Pokemon.
Oh, go on. You're going to do that, and I'm going to draw what I think it looks like as well.
Okay, I'm going to go over a new one. So this Pokemon is called Rayquaza.
Rayquaza. I'm going to guess it's spelt like that.
It's not, but go with it.
Okay.
Okay, I've got some facts for you to help.
Okay, yes, first clue.
Okay, so one of its powers is Dragon Claw.
Rayquaza. Something like that. And then it's got like an eye.
Yeah.
Like a big, strong body.
As a start, this is pretty good.
And it's got like a big tail and funny little arms.
You're not far off. Quite
really?
Impressive. Yeah, you're not. It's not as quite as
Except it don't have a body.
Good. Okay,
it's
you
just
sort of
a
gone
snake.
off track a bit now, but it's still good. Keep going.
Okay, hold on. What did you say it did?
Okay, so it's got a Dragon Claw power, and it lives in the ozone layer far above the clouds and cannot be seen from the ground.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Then it needs to have wings.
Little flying rat boy. Now put it in a cage in a Wuhan wet market. This guy's got spunk. He's got character.
Hold on. So he can run really fast. Okay, so he's more like this.
Rayquaza sounds like someone tried to do like a funny quiz team name and they couldn't quite figure it out. They like panicked. It's like Rayquaza. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they thought it was a pun and then they thought about it longer and then
should have just gone with Adolf Quizler like all the time.
Okay, am I close? Is that Rayquaza? Okay, it's Snake Boy.
Go flying Snake Boy! Tune in next week for another Pokemon for you to purchase.
No, his power will be Quasar Ray.
Quasar Ray. I've got a card here called...
Ooh, that's not bad. Quasars are just supermassive black holes, right? Active supermassive black holes. So they would emit gamma rays from the top of the black holes. So yeah, Quasar ray just means gamma ray, which is quite deadly. So why not? Yeah, that would work. Well, I highly doubt they would go that scientific. Yeah, Pokemons. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of Pokemon cartoons because it's just fun, right? It's like weird Mortal Kombat type of tournament thing, but with this monster. So, I used to watch that, then I don't know what happened. Just, I stopped watching it one day, I moved on. And I didn't hear about Pokemon until the recent thing, right? Pokemon Go thing where people were constantly doing that in the app, and yeah, it's just stupid.
Tune.
Yeah.
And his power is improvisational performance. What's that? Is it like improv? He just puts on a little black turtleneck and he's just like, has anyone got any suggestions for powers?
You, sir, what do you do for work? Yeah, front row.
I think I heard psychiatrist, and I think it'd go something like this.
It's amazing.
I think improv is the lowest form of comedy. I hate it. Even though technically that's what we're doing. But I mean more like
Hey.
improvisational theatre comedy.
Yeah, okay. So, traditional improv, isn't that, you just start a conversation and the next person just supposed to, continue the conversation in the same direction without ruining the flow of it, right? So that's what traditional improv is. But yeah, anything like, when stand-up comedians, when they run out of all the content, they say, what else, where are you from? And then just ask the audience and try to create jokes. That's an improv too, in a way. And like he said, in the Field series, it's also improv. They just, just take the topic of monsters and just, improvise from there. But I guess it's not much of improv because it's more like a podcast, right? You have a topic, specific topic, monsters, and they just talk about whatever that comes to their mind. They don't have to continue the flow. So it's not technically improv, but your traditional improv is completely different, and I agree. That's never funny to me.
Oh my god, I can't believe you brought your baby to rock climbing class. No, I didn't. Oh, fuck, just go with it, Steve. I heard you got free lessons in rock climbing from your dead uncle.
You are incorrect.
Yes.
Anyway, here's a box.
I can see Kimmel doing
And
that.
then he gets really stage frightened as well. He doesn't have anything to say afterwards.
And he just goes, just a really unfortunate exhale. Is anyone else really sweaty? Just like takes off his turtleneck. Just like, anyway, yeah, my name's Steve.
Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to improv something.
Yeah, he suddenly hear the voices in his head. You'll never be good as David Letterman. You'll never be good as even Conan. And he starts to sweat then.
It's Stevie.
He can't even think of a different name.
Someone walks in the room and he just goes, you're dead. What? What?
You are dead. This, please. Just starts crying. He just starts. It just ends in him in the fetal position. Just going like, I'm funny. Tell me I'm funny.
I love Steve the Improv dude. He's the bit. He needs to be like a recurring character.
Steve the Improv. He's brilliant because you can just pull him out whenever you're struggling. Just go, what's the deal with stage lighting? Am I right, guys? It shines on you and makes you feel warm.
I suppose it does light up the set.
Yeah, there are types of comedy like that, right? There are movies like, I don't know, Adam Sandler type of, I don't know, one of those actors, right? Awkward comedy, right? They're always in some situation where they say something that doesn't go their way always, and they are constantly in this awkward position. There are people who just see them like, oh, what a weird guy, and that's supposed to be comedy. That's always cringy to me. I can't watch movies like that.
Do aliens count as monsters, or are they a separate category?
I think they're a separate category, although I think some aliens have been monsterfied.
Definitely.
You can have aliens that are monsters, but only if they're not anthropomorphic. Like the aliens from Alien, they're monsters.
Totally.
But then the aliens from Signs, I don't think are monsters.
Yeah, ooh, interesting.
They're aliens.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Ooh, SCP is gonna be fun. Yeah, about aliens. Aliens is just like some, small category that has nothing to do with monsters or not monsters. Aliens is some, some entity that's not from our planet. That's it. But if something is a monster and it's an alien, monster category gets, I guess, overpowered in front of alien, right? It's monster regardless of it's alien or not. But yeah, if somebody is just alien, right? Just different like human. Yeah, it's just alien. They're not considered monsters.
What about, what's that one? Horn Mouth Man?
Hornmouth. Hornmouth.
Siren Head.
I like that.
SCP Horn Head. I'm getting closer. Siren Head.
Siren Head. Oh, I like that.
You don't know about Siren Head?
That's not
It's
SCP, is
the
it?
new hip monster.
Oh, yeah, I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that guy.
That's real too.
Ah, good to know. I'm scared.
That is scary.
Very good, very good.
So, what do you think of this monster?
I think it's very much of our time. See, I like this kind of monster because it's a monster that reflects societal fears. It's the fear of technology.
What? Orms?
Horns, yeah. I mean, aren't you terrified of horns?
They're so loud.
Nah, I think, horns are particularly terrified, with the people who live in, I guess, nuclear test area or some of the nuclear plant where there, it's common occurrence that, basically a siren plays, like, or maybe tornado or hurricane prone areas where there are town sirens is like that. Right, there was a siren clip from Chicago or something, which was just weird, like aliens arrived or something. It was just weird siren. We don't have sirens like this, in where I live in my city because natural disaster doesn't happen here, right? No hurricane, no tornado in my area basically. So there is no siren. But I'm just trying to imagine right now living in one of those towns where there, oh, tornadoes coming, suddenly the massive siren that echoes through the skies and entire town, people are running away. That would be fucking scary. So I think that basically inspired the Siren Head. But although Siren Head is just someone's creation, I thought it was not part of SCP. Because I reacted to Siren Head video before a few months ago. There was no mention of SCP and some number or something. So I don't think it's SCP, right?
No, it hurt my ears. That guy is giving everyone tinnitus in like a 10-mile radius. You know what he looks like?
It is SCP,
Some
6789. What?
Radio tower. It's almost.
Shut up.
Of course it's SCP.
No, like he ticks a lot of boxes though.
Yeah.
You look at him from a distance and you can't. I mean, you can you can figure out his shape and everything, but there's an innate mystery around it. Like, how does he work? Where is he from?
Yeah.
It's the intrigue of it that's brilliant. You immediately want to know more, and you know that it's threatening and terrifying.
I think you've really cottoned on to something there, because the best monsters are those that have a backstory, but one that you get to fill in.
Yeah, it's just unknown, right? Humans fear unknown. So if you don't have much detail about the monster and it's just mysterious, it's more dangerous and more, I guess, scary. And Siren Head is just like a Slender Man with a siren head on top of, I guess. Look at the arms and things. So yeah, why does it have such a long hands, and why is it so slim? And why does it have a head, siren head basically? So just all these details that are not there makes it more scary.
Like Slender Man, for example.
Yeah,
There you
the
go.
more that gets fleshed out, the worse it gets.
They made a Slender Man movie. Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't want to watch that. I just want to think about Slender Man, and that's why Siren Head is great. It's just like all you want is a 10-second clip. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, well, it's one of this SCPs. There's a lot of quite good SCPs.
Yes. Remind me what that stands for.
Secure, contain, protect. It's like this.
Oh yes.
I hope this isn't too much like hyperbole, but I think it is one of the best writing by committee group pieces of literature
definitely.
since the Bible.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. SCP, I don't get surprised often, right? Impressing me is not so easy. But, I reacted to SCP videos. And I'm still going to do it in the future because I fucking love that. Knowing that some guy basically wrote it and put it on the, forum out there, on the SCP forum. And it is so detailed and compelling, and it just fits into the SCP world. It's just fucking awesome. I've never come across anything like SCP, right? I mean, it's so detailed, and everybody creates their own monsters, somehow creates this lore friendly to the entire SCP thing. It's just awesome.
Oh, I know what to do, ordinary things. Just had a spontaneous idea, not planned ahead of time. Let's draw the ultimate monster. I'll draw it, and you describe what it's like.
That sounds great. Let's do it. I see a monster with like two big teeth that start from the bottom jaw and are so big, almost like he has a mustache made of teeth.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
One eye, I reckon.
Pretty scary. So far we've got Cyclops with dental problems.
I see him a bit more bear-like. He's got like a bear body.
Okay, so he's got like bear nose.
Yeah.
I've drawn like a cute kitten.
This is more like a teddy bear, but I'll go with it.
Oh, but with spikes.
Yeah, spike. You've got spikes. You gotta have spikes.
He's got like, okay, bear body.
No, I think we should take some Slender Man and just give him a suit.
Oh, yes. Okay. Suit. This isn't super scary, I'll be honest.
No, if you saw it in an alleyway, you'd be a bit scared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you woke up and that was on the end of your bed.
You go to a McDonald's bathroom and this guy's just standing at the urinal beside you, just giving you looks. You'd be unnerved. A big monobrow.
Yeah, but is this scary enough that you run away? If it's not, you just shoot it, right? That's the thing with the monsters. If there's some weird looking monster but it's not too scary, people just take out their gun and shoot it. In America at least, well, people walk around with guns. In Texas, apparently you can even, walk around with guns holsters or something, even in the shop. So somewhere like that, if this monster arrives, people will just shoot it. But if it's just really scary monster, they would be so much psychologically scared at a level that they wouldn't even think that they have gun and they would just run away. That's a proper monster.
Now, what's his superpower? The quasar ray?
I think he eats humans.
Okay, he eats humans.
But because he's got a business suit, it suggests that he's a little bit more sophisticated. Yeah, so he does it with a knife and fork.
Yeah, okay. So
what's his name? What's this monster
scary.
called?
Ray Quasar.
Let's ask Steve, the improv dude. He'll know.
His name is Bear Knife Fork.
Spider legs.
That's it, spider legs. But like daddy long legs.
Oh mate, this is good. This is a good monster. I'm pretty pleased with this sucker.
That's how he walks around.
We'll give him a real name. I think
How do people name monsters normally?
it's true.
Vampire, succubus, Frankenstein.
Mento, the monster.
Oh, I like Mento.
Mento, because he's also got mind powers. One of his mind powers is to hypnotize you with his big eye, right? And then you just get on his plate and he eats you without complaint.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's Mento, but the O is a spiral
Oh yeah, Mento.
for like hypnosis.
And his weakness is Coca-Cola.
Oh, right. I just got what you meant.
And I like to think that he haunts the backstage of theatres, sort of like a bit of Phantom of the Opera style.
Oh, that's quite good. Yeah.
He was an actor who never made it, and so he only
Man of
eats
culture.
other actors as revenge. Wait, hang on. Okay, I just imagine the stage manager of this theatre where Mento lives. It's just like, okay, everyone, we've just got a few basic safety things to go over. The fire exits are this way. You need to line up outside if you ever hear the alarm. And also, carry Coca-Cola with you at all times because Mento is lurking around and he will eat your organs.
And his legs don't actually make the noise, but he does.
Because he's theatrical. He's an out-of-work actor,
Yeah.
so he's always just going like...
Oh, dude, I love that. That actually is kind of creepy. Like, he thinks that whenever he kills someone for real, it's like part of some play.
Ooh.
And he's like, oh yeah, right, you're that character in Tempest or something. Mento, SCP 4567. I'm creative. Just
I bet there is an SCP name, number 4567. I bet there is.
make this an SCP, right? It's fucking brilliant. And if they delete it or the mods come along, just make it again. And just put it somewhere else. Just keep hiding Mento. Mento deserves to be an SCP.
Yeah. When they delete it, create it again and just leave out the message. You're Nazis, man. You're Nazis. Suppressing free speech. This is my SCP. Why would you delete it?
Thank you. Maybe it was
Oh,
like
this is
the
fun.
Opie and Anthony show or something like that. They had this guy and he was talking about how he was in Iraq during the Gulf War. And he said he basically saw a monster. And not like in like, oh my god, this man has become a monster. Like he said he saw a monster.
It had a guy chest. It was like this high.
Glowing eyes.
Almost like a horse, but a wolf, but a guy.
The thing he described is he says it looked like a werewolf.
It had 4 feet. It was a werewolf.
I reckon what he saw was an escaped bear from the zoo and it was shaved.
It was shaved. A shave. Who's out there shaving bears?
I think that they had shaved a bear and it was roaming around. This is what a bear looks like without its fur.
Oh, I could see why people would think that was a werewolf. If you saw that in the dark, you would think like that is a man transforming into a wolf, like mid-transition.
What the fuck?
It's amazing how much they look like cats or rabbits. Like they all have the same sort of physiology.
They're
once they're-
goat type
They're all
looking face,
nude.
man.
What's your favorite monster? Just like off the top of
Why
your
would
head.
you shave a bear? That was just creepy as fuck. Yeah, they would have. The guy probably saw that. That's definitely true. Or maybe he just saw wolf and a guy standing a bit closer, and there was smoke everywhere or something. So he just got confused.
You've got no time to think about it.
As much as people aren't gonna like this answer, Slender Man.
Slender Man. See, I don't know much about Slender Man.
Oh, watch out, boyo. He's gonna get ya. Right. So he's got no face, right? He's tall.
Yeah.
Wears a nice suit, but don't look at his face.
So what happens if you look into his face?
Everything will go staticky, like this,
Scary.
and then you'll disappear. And I believe you join his child army. I guess they're like Joseph Kony and his child soldiers or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't exactly know how it works.
So he's a bit of a Pied Piper type figure. He steals kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, how creepy is the Pied Piper story? Do you remember getting told that story as a kid?
Is that the one about him leading all the rats out of the town?
This is how I...
Yeah, about Slender Man, I think only scary thing, like I said earlier, that it's unknown, right? He has no face, but you can't look at his face. He's just slim, tall, too much mystery to him, right? Not much detail there. That's why he feels scary.
I remember it going.
Oh my god, there's rats everywhere. I think we have to do something about these rats. I think there's someone at the door.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Pied Piper. I've got a solution for your rat problem.
Oh yeah? Go on.
He's dressed like Lyle Lanley from The Simpsons. I've got this magic flute, and I'll play it, and all the rats will follow me.
Oh really?
Yeah, it'll definitely work. All I ask is that you give me a lot of gold when I'm done.
Alright, we'll see what we can do.
Great. I imagine then he leaves the room and the townspeople are just like, what a freak.
Yeah. You go, he's talking about his cock.
I don't know, it sounded like... I mean, he didn't have a flute on him. He was dressed like a pervert, but, true to his word, gets all the rats, whatever, and all the rats start following him, maybe doing a little dance out of town.
Doesn't he lead him off a cliff?
Oh, he does, doesn't he? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like to imagine that he just is playing, gets really close to the cliff, and then just at the last minute tactically jumps behind a bush or something, a conveniently placed bush.
Yeah, just spins on his heel. 23 skidoo.
Solid snakes into a cardboard box.
Yeah.
He's gone. Where did he go? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Follow the music. So he walks back into the town meeting. All right, guys, where's my gold? All these guys are still discussing, was it his dick? They're just like, well, you've got rid of the rats now, so why should we pay you? I think they're just pricks. I think that's the story. There might be more of a reasoning to it.
The mayor reneges on his promise and refuses. I will not pay you, Pied Piper, despite your very neat hat. And I refuse to pay the full sum, which is 50 guilders, which, once adjusted for inflation, we had it adjusted for inflation. It was there. It's in brackets. Look at the screenshot. Here it is. I don't know. It's just what Wikipedia said. Anyway, it's $14 billion. Shut up.
I am livid. I shall take my revenge in the most reasonable manner I can. A grand act of child genocide via a musical number.
The Piper returned, dressed in green, as all hunters are.
Nice outfit change.
Well, we'll just add in the spring in my step music as he gets changed.
Kids, I've got a track for you.
What? That's fucked up. So he got rid of all the rats of the town. The mayor said, fuck you, rats are already gone. Why would I pay you? That just teaches you, right? Like, never do the job before you get at least advance some of the money, if not all of it. But, that aside, so he just thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill all the kids of the town. Holy shit.
That you're not gonna believe.
130 children followed him out of town.
That's a precise number, 130.
I guess this was told like it must have been a real story. Some versions state that the Piper returned the children after payment. The townspeople then went, oh shit, okay, hold on, wait, here's your gold. And then he went, yeah, alright.
I was really set on murdering all your children, but seeing as you've given me the money, I guess I can be the bigger man.
The Hamlin Street named, unpronounceable street with the drums is believed to be the last place the children were ever seen.
Ooh, ever since musical dancing is not allowed on that street. That's great. That's good. That's a great story. There's like a lot of good storytelling in that.
What the fuck? What if there is some truth? See, I have this, so there's a saying this, which I kind of take this as truth somewhat, right? That every myth has some truth behind it. So what if this is somewhat true, but not with music and all this shit? Or if some event like this happened and some people just killed all the children of the town just because mayor didn't pay. Holy shit, that's fucked up.
You can see why it's lasted the test of time.
Oh, sorry, ordinary things. I'm going into a tunnel.
I am also going into a tunnel. A separate one, though, from the one you're going into. Oh, no.
No, wait. Well, but
It's
actually,
not a
I'm
gay
going
thing
into
or
an
anything.
elevator. And I've got to go now. Goodbye. You just stay there.
I have a call with my great aunt about her will, so I also have to...
No, you don't.
Shut up.
Sorry, it's Steve the improv dude here. No, you don't. You're dead. Nord.
Yep, there we go. Monsters. It was a fun episode so far. All the talk was awesome, right? Even though, I wanted them to, tackle some famous monsters there rather than just talk about any monsters in general, talk about Pokemon and shit. It was fine. I wanted them to, tackle more famous monster topics and what they think about. It would be more fun, but alright. Right, well, that was Monsters by the channel Incognito Mode. If you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description, check out the cast of place with the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.